WNBA free agency is officially underway, Annie. So when you see these names and the options that the Sky have, what do you think that they're cooking up?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because Angel and Camilla are very interesting pieces. And when you're talking about, getting the right players in here, there is intrigue when you have young core pieces like that, because you could be part of developing them and developing towards a title contending season. But the reality is the Sky are still very far.
Angel confidently sat down on her podcast, boldly stating that she was building a powerhouse in Chicago. But fast forward to today, and reality tells a much different story. Free agency is in full swing, yet Chicago's roster remains alarmingly empty. The top free agents have explored their options and decided to steer clear of the Sky.
More yeses than nos, and just being able to know that. So I'm excited for that. I know that's going to come soon.
Not a single all-star has been swayed to join the Sky. While other teams have stacked their rosters with elite talent, Chicago is left scrambling for answers. Free agency was supposed to be Reese's opportunity to build a championship caliber squad, especially after all the recruiting she did at Unrivaled. Instead, it's becoming a harsh reality check. Is this the clearest sign yet that players around the league simply aren't buying into what Ree is trying to build in Chicago?
The whole city is obsessed with you.
I know. I love it
all
here.
the time.
I feel like Baltimore here. I love it.
Kind of. A little bit. A little DMV action. But Chicago is a number 3 market in the country.
Really?
It's New York, LA, and then Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, y'all have everything. I'm not gonna lie, y'all have everything here. Like, it's nothing here that I'm like, oh, I gotta go to a different city for it. Like, everything is here.
Let's break down how this free agency disaster unfolded. Angel. Reese boldly declared that she was building a super team in Chicago. But now that free agency has arrived, the only thing the Sky have built is a roster full of question marks. Imagine this Reese scrolling through her contacts, sending out messages, making calls only to check her phone and find nothing but unread texts and polite rejections, with so many top-tier free agents available.
Reese and Camilla Cardoso, too, have brought relevance to this team that they've desperately needed in a time when, again, if not for them, they'd be completely irrelevant because of the product that they're putting on the floor.
And also make Chicago an attractive spot when you have Angel Reese and Camilla Cardoso right there, two bigs that really shine in their...
You'd think at least one would be. Heading to Chicago, right? Wrong. The silence has been deafening. No blockbuster signings, no excited tweets, and no championship caliber players booking their flights to the Windy City. Left wondering where it all went wrong.
So, lads, this is not great news, for the Chicago Sky, who are a team that obviously, look, they're rebuilding. This is a team that is 100% rebuilding. The problem is they don't own their pick. So, if the Chicago Sky run it back, they're probably not making the playoffs next year. Look, I think there's going to be an improvement from Angel Reese. I think it's going to be an improvement from Cardoso. But that team with no Kennedy Carter.
Let's take a look at the names that were available. Kelsey Plum, Jewel Lloyd, Brittany Griner, Alyssa Thomas, Duana Bonner, Natasha Howard, Satu Sabali, and Kelsey Mitchell. These are the kinds of players who can change a franchise overnight. Maybe there was still a chance. Maybe Reese had something up her sleeve that no one saw coming. But now that most of the big names have found new homes, one thing is undeniable: Chicago was never a real destination for top talent.
Oh, not a good day for the Chicago Sky. Not a good day at all, because we have heard news from the journalist who reports on the WNBA, and because she is not a homer like a lot of the other people, like normally journalists are complete homers for one team. One of the actual credible journalists reported on something.
Reese's grand recruiting plan wasn't just a failure, it was a complete disaster. A well-respected WNBA journalist, known for being objective rather than a team loyalist, just dropped a report that has Sky fans furious. They want Reese gone. And to make matters worse, the Sky's front office didn't do her any favors either. Their leading scorer, Kennedy Carter, didn't even receive a qualifying offer. The message was loud and clear: Chicago isn't serious about keeping its best players, let alone attracting new ones. And those trade rumors? They fizzled out fast. It's almost as if the moment Reese started pitching her super team vision, free agents couldn't run away fast enough. We absolutely appreciate all Kennedy did for our team last year. The GM said she's an incredibly talented player who can impact the game at the highest level in this league. However, with changes to our staff and roster, we felt it was best to give her an opportunity as a free agent. Angel Reese might have envisioned leading a powerhouse, but instead, she could be heading a team of role players and rookies. This isn't the dynasty she promised. It's a harsh wake-up call. So what went wrong? Why did every top free agent take one look at Chicago and decide it wasn't worth their time? Let's break it all down. Did Angel Reese just push a coach out of town? Is she running a player out to the team's best shooter? Because Kennedy Carter looks more than ready to pack her bags and leave Chicago behind, while Reese was hyping up the Sky as the WNBA's next super team. The league's actual stars were making moves that left Chicago in the dust. Picture this: a whirlwind of blockbuster signings, with superstars landing in places that had everything Chicago lacked: stability, strong leadership, and a real shot at a championship. The sharpshooter who played a massive role in Las Vegas' back-to-back championships is now in LA. Why the sparks over the sky? Simple elite coaching, a competent front office, and a franchise that isn't drowning in chaos. This one had to sting. A Chicago native had the perfect opportunity to return home and play for her city. If teaming up with Reese was so appealing, this was a no-brainer, right? Wrong. Lloyd took one look at the Sky's situation and bolted straight to Las Vegas, where she'll be joining Aja Wilson. She chose championships over whatever mess is brewing in Chicago. One of the most dominant centers in the game, Griner, is heading to Atlanta, forming a dangerous trio with all-stars Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard. The dream just got even scarier. The queen of triple-doubles is now calling Phoenix home. If that wasn't bad enough for the Sky, she'd be teaming up with Satu Sabli, creating a lethal duo that instantly elevates the Mercury to contender status. The Indiana Fever are out here actually building a championship roster. They just pulled off the ultimate off-season overhaul, bringing in battle-tested veterans like Natasha Howard, Duana Bonner, Sydney Colson, and Sophie Cunningham ***. They even snatched Angel Reese's own teammate, Brianna Turner, right from under her nose. And as if that wasn't enough, they re-signed Kelsey Mitchell, locking in one of the league's best shooters. Just like that, ***, Indiana went from a promising young squad to a legitimate title threat, while Chicago stood still. Remember when people said nobody wanted to play in Indiana? Yeah, that take aged like spoiled milk. The Fever just became one of the most attractive destinations in the league. While the Sky became an afterthought, not only did top free agents reject Chicago, but they actively strengthened the teams that will now be standing in the Sky's way. It's almost like they all saw the warning signs and decided to avoid the drama before it even started. But wait, there's one more move that might just be the final dagger in Reese's so-called super team dreams. Angel Reese once boasted about turning Chicago into a powerhouse. Now she's staring at empty lockers and ghosted DMs. Her dream of recruiting top-tier talent is unraveling fast. Instead of building an all-star squad, starting to feel more like a pickup team at the local YMCA. I'm just trying to give myself some grace, because I know I'm not the player I want to be yet. ***, she said. ***, but I also have to pat.